think it's fortunate we've had a couple extra days here to work on Kansas City. They're obviously a really good football team, do a lot of things well, and need a lot of extra time to prepare for this team. They give you a lot of problems with their scheme, their players, very well coached, as they always are with Andy, and just a very explosive group. So easy to see why they're undefeated, and this will be a big challenge for us this week. We'll have to do a lot of things well, do them consistently, do them for 60 minutes. But that's what this week's about for us. Playing good football, 60 minutes of it. That's what it'll take.
Coach, you feel like you're playing for the top seed in the AFC with this game, that the stakes are that
I feel like we're playing Kansas City.
Does it seem like a higher stakes game than normal?
Feels like we're playing Kansas City.
Coach, has there ever been a quarterback this young who, outside the pocket, and thinks he's good outside the pocket, actually as successful?
That's a pretty good quarterbacks now.
What makes Mahomes such a good quarterback?
I mean, he's a good player. He's got a lot of good players around him. He's got a good system. He's got a good team, good coach, good offensive line. Got a lot of skilled players. So they're very efficient. They can run it. They can throw it. Big plays. They tight ends, backs, receivers, quarterback. They're a very explosive group.
Bill, when you're defending a receiver like Tyreek Hill, can you just talk about maybe the fastest receiver in the league, the balance between maybe you try to jam him at the line, but if you jam him and gets off, you feature for a long pass, versus if you give him a cushion, you can see almost a 10, 15-yard play every time.
You hope it's 10 yards. He can take those slip screens and go 80 yards too. So, yeah, it's a problem. Play off him. You give him too much space. Play up on him. Gets behind you. He's our guy to defend. Quarterback can throw it deep. I mean, stretches the whole field. They have a lot of run-pass option plays. So, you stop the run. You're light outside. You're heavy outside. You're light inside. So they do a good job. They can move the ball. They score a lot of points. Got a lot of explosive players. Hill's one of them. They got a bunch of them.
So does Hill remind you at all of Eric Metcalf?
Yeah, no. It's good at everything. Good speed, very good really good after the catch. Hard to tackle. Good in space. Just quick. Got good size. Catches the ball well. Good balance. It's our guy to defend.
Bill, does the Chiefs' usage of Hill and how they position him across the formation remind you of any other team that might use another player?
Yeah, Andy's a great coach. He does a great job in game planning. You never know where he's going to be. Where he is for you, where he is for somebody else. Depends on how you play and how they want to attack you. So, got to be ready for everything with him. He could be anywhere.
So is it especially difficult schematically when a coach like Andy, when he moves around Hill a lot, is it difficult schematically to say, okay, one guy, take him, because you never know where he's going to be and how to move.
Yeah, it's always an issue. It's easy to match up one guy. It's the rest of them.
Is the Chiefs' big strike ability, is defending against that a big emphasis this week?
Of course. Yeah. Certainly don't want to give it to them all in one play.
Are they a tougher challenge team than some other teams in that regard?
They have a lot of big plays, yeah. They have a lot of explosive players. So, yeah, sure, it's a big challenge.
There's already been a lot of talk this week about RPOs and probably will be the rest of the week. When you're preparing for teams, is that something you're seeing a lot week to week across the league, or is that just restricted to a few teams? How confident
Yeah, I'd say we see it. Some teams more than others. So these guys do quite a bit of it. But, we've seen it all year. We saw it last year. So, I'm sure we'll see it. We'll see it all year.
A lot of people talk about their skill players, the quarterback, obviously, but their offensive line seems very well coached.
Yeah, they're very well coached. Period. Their offensive system is. Andy does a great job, and he loves his offensive line, so he takes good care of them. They don't put them in bad positions. They give them good blocking angles. They execute well. They don't turn guys loose. They get everybody blocked. You got to defeat blocks. You got to contain the skill players. They make it hard on you.
Specifically at right tackle, what's better players in the league at that position? What do you see from
I
him?
mean, it's the whole offense. They're very efficient as a unit. So, individually, they're good, but as a group, they're extremely efficient. They just execute well. Their timing's good. Their execution's good. Their balance and all the things they do schematically, misdirection, power, speed, play action, run plays, pass plays, loose plays. They're pretty good at everything.
Bill, how would you describe the ability and importance of Chris Jones to the defense?
Very. He's a major force. He's a hard guy to block. He's long. He's got a lot of power. He's quick. He's a handful. He can ruin a game, and he does ruin them. He's a really hard guy to handle.
Bill, does he make it, he had at the end of the first half against Jacksonville, he had an interception return for a touchdown.
He had a sack on the first series of the game. I mean, he just can ruin a game for you. It could be on any play.
You have to be particularly careful though when trying to throw screens against him, because that was on the screen pass and just sort of.
Yeah, well, and that's what a screen pass is. You always got to throw the ball around the rushers and get it to the screen back and give them a chance. But the challenge for the quarterback on that play is to get the ball through the traffic and in or around the players that are in the way, which there are usually some in the way, not always, but usually. And if it's not there, to throw it away and make that decision, which you see a lot on screen passes. So, but yeah, that's what that play is for the quarterback. I mean, when it opens up and there's nobody on the screen back, I mean, that's great, but that's, 1 out of 4 or 5 times. The other times you have some issues that you have to work through.
Bill, how have they made up for the loss of Terry? Are they using multiple players to use them to do different things?
Murray.
Bill,
I mean, he didn't finish the game last week, but it's been Murray. Murray's played almost every snap with 38 Parker.
so statistically, this team defensively looks a little bit vulnerable. Do the stats lie, or do you see some vulnerabilities in that defense?
They're the best team in the league on third down. They don't give up a lot of points. I mean, they've been ahead. They give us some yards in garbage time, but they're 5-0, so.
So you're probably well aware of Kareem Hunt too, dangerous out of the backfield. Another good year so far. How do you prepare for a guy like that?
Yeah, they're all dangerous. I mean, you can't stop one guy in this offense. They get too many guys. So, quarterback's a problem. The backs are a problem. The tight ends are a problem. The receivers are a problem. They're all a problem.
As far as Kelsey goes, Bill, does he fall under that category of somebody you have to treat like a receiver at the position?
Yeah, he's a receiver. Big athletic receiver. Very good after the catch.
You were talking a little bit about the offensive line there. Does he mesh with that group? Is he a threat as a blocker as well, or?
I mean, they use him on a lot of RPO plays, so if you don't cover him, they throw it to him, so you have to cover him. So it's better than blocking, actually, because somebody has to chase him on the RPOs. Somebody has to cover him somehow in the RPOs. He's usually involved in those, not always, but usually. If you don't cover him, then they throw it to him. If you cover him, then that's as effective as him blocking the guy. So they do a lot of that.
One of the best teams in the league when it comes to scoring in the first quarter. How much of their success do you think be wrapped up in their ability to play good complementary football, play with the lead, to be able to kind of get the other team back that way?
They do a great job of that, and yeah, they've killed teams in the first quarter. They also showed they can play from behind and against Denver on the road, so they can play from ahead. Well, they can play from behind. It's like they can play in any situation they're in. I mean, that's what as good a football team as there is in the National Football League right now. Good at everything.
Atlanta's offense, like yours, has involved the fullback for a long time. Is Sherman someone who has kind of a similar performance for them as James that's for you?
Sort of. I'd say it's different. I mean, I'd say the West Coast fullbacks are a little different breed usually than maybe some other fullbacks. But Sherman does a good job for him. He's a problem too. He's good in the passing game, very good in the kicking game. He's a good coverage player. He's a good blocker in the return game. And he's a good complementary receiver on some of their misdirection plays. Play action, misdirection plays. He can get the ball out in space, and he can chew up some yards too. So he's more than just a blocker back there for sure. But he's athletic. He can get to a lot of perimeter blocks out in space that maybe some other fullbacks in the league aren't as good at. But he contributes for him in the kicking game. He's got a solid role. He does it well. He's a good player. Guys like Sherman, Harris, they're not in there every play. You're certainly not going to be double covering them, but they make their share of plays too, and they help create other things. And there are times when when they can make plays as well. So you're worried about everybody else, and then somebody like that gets you. And, they're all a problem.
So yesterday's practice, were you able to jump straight into game plan, or was maybe the focus more internal time to do it?
Yeah, we're working on Kansas City.
How does it set you up for the rest of the week? Is it more of a Thursday practice of a normal week, or does that extra time kind of help you move on?
We'll use it the best way we can. So.
Have you seen continued improvement from Stephon this season as he kind of continuing at the level?
Yeah, I think he's done a good job for us. That's way better than last year. Just the overall everything. I mean, he's a good player. He's a good player last year. I think his ability to, for us to utilize him in our system, and for him to have maybe a better understanding, and for us as a group in the secondary, not just him, but the entire group to function as one, is it improved last year over the course of the year, and I think it's improved this year too. So, yeah, he's done a great job for us. Yeah, he's making progress. He's got a long way to go. He's making progress. Yeah. Well, I think every rookie's playing catch up all year, but yeah. But look, it is what it is. So the days that are behind us are behind us. The days that are in front of us, we'll make the most of them. Do the best we can for each player and each unit and the team, and try to keep getting better, which he has. He's improved every week, improved every day he's been out there. He's a hard-working kid. He's smart. He picks things up well. He's a young guy. He's got a long way to go.
Prepare for his practice. Did you ever, I guess, take the fastest player on the team, regardless of position, and use him to imitate?
Yeah, you could. I mean, I don't know. Whoever the fastest player on anybody's team is probably in as fast as Hill, but yeah, it's hard to simulate that speed. It's hard to simulate Mahomes' arm strength. It's hard to simulate Kelsey. It's hard to simulate, I mean, where do you want to start? Go right down the line. Conley, Sammy Watkins, I mean, Thomas. I mean, they got a bunch of them.
Phil, on Stephon, what allows him to be able to excel against different types of receivers? The big guys and some of the smaller, quicker guys as well.
His concentration, his skill set, his toughness. He's long. He's got good strength. He's got pretty good technique. He works hard at it, studies the receivers well. He can run, he's quick. He's got good instincts. He's got a lot of things going for him. But he works hard, and he really, has good focus. I mean, it's hard to play that position, and you're not in on every play. You're in on, I don't know, half a dozen to a dozen plays in every game, but those are game-changing plays. So you have to be ready on every play, but the reality of it is the ball doesn't, that player doesn't confront the ball or the pass or that play or the running play, whatever it is, whatever gets out to him. It's only a handful of plays, but those are critical plays. So having that kind of focus, concentration, and being ready for every play, even though you're only going to get, 1 out of 8, 1 out, whatever it is. There's a, I would say, a mental toughness that goes at that position that's you need, and he has it.
Do you think he has the perfect mentality for a quarterback? It doesn't seem like he gets too high or too low.
He's got a good mentality.
In
Yeah.
this league, you're obviously going to get, even play corners going to get beat some plays.
Look, every player in this league gets beat. Every coach gets beat. I mean, we're talking about the National Football League now. So, yeah, we all get knocked down. We all got to get back up. He's got a good mentality. He's tough, mentally and physically. He's tough.
Your final question? See the Sox moving on?
Yeah, good series.